1.5, 2 years to live. And then when he went for a following test a week later, the cancer had spread into his lungs, into his bones. So they gave him 6 months, and I went and visited him. When I visited him, he was crying. He was real sick. When he was real sick, he was crying, and I held him in my arms, and he said to me, he goes, I think I'm gonna die in a couple of days. When he said that to me, I went home and I made dua for him. And the following day I went to visit him. When I visited him the following day, when I walked into the room, he was literally, this was during Ramadan too, he was like literally, couldn't even talk. Sen biliyordun hoca, sen gördün. Like he was sitting on the bed. Wait, yeah, you grab him. He was sitting on the bed, he was naked, he had a sheet over him, but he was sitting, and I didn't know what to do. So in my instinct, what did I do? I ran straight to the mosque. That's the first thing I did, was run straight to the mosque. And I remember the Hoja was sitting down, and it was about 12 o'clock lunchtime, didn't it, Hoja?
Yeah, he came. So sorry.
It was actually after prayer.
Wait. He came to the mosque. He said, "Hoja, my friend is dying." I didn't understand. I shocked. Yani, I'm not doctor, bro. You must go to the hospital.
and then anyways, I said to Hoja, I go, please come with me, please. And he looked at me. He didn't know what to say. And then he goes, all right, I'll come with you.
Yeah.
On the way there, when we were going on the way there, the Hoja said to me, he goes, how do you know he's gonna die? I said, Hoja, he's only got a couple of days. Trust me. He goes, how do you know that? He actually died a couple of days later, not even 2 days later. All right. I go, trust me, Hoja. And when we got there, and the Hoja was looking. And the Hoja was a bit wary because this house was a drug house, and it wasn't a very good house. But alhamdulillah, he was a Muslim, you know what I mean? And there was pretty bad people around in the house at the time. And the Hoja was sort of tripped out because he hasn't been in a house like that before, you know what I mean? But the Hoja got relaxed after about 20 minutes, and he goes, just give me time with me. He sat next to him and he read, and he was in so much pain. He read Quran. When he read Quran, there was people standing, all Aboriginal people standing around. This gives me goosebumps, this story. He calmed down, he relaxed, his pains vanished, and he was just relaxed. And the people behind me, they called me outside, they go, what's he doing to him? Why is he calmed down? But when the Hoja left, the Hoja said to me, just say, when the Hoja said, okay, just whisper, say, La ilaha illallah, don't say, La ilaha illallah, La ilaha illallah, and ask for forgiveness. So I did that. I sat next to him and said, say La ilaha illallah, La ilaha illallah. So I went home. I went home probably about 2 hours after the Hoja left, and I got a phone call the very next day, and I was asleep, and I was on drugs at the time. I'm not gonna lie, I was on drugs, and and I was scared to go there. My wife goes, you have to go there. And when I went there, he was laying dead in the bed. When I went there, they were playing music in the room, and I turned the music off. But before that, he asked me, before he died, 2 days before he died, 3 days before he died, when he was speaking, he said, please, sat down with his family, I want to be buried the Muslim way. I want to be buried the Muslim way. Please, you're the only brother I can rely on for you to do that. And I've never been to funerals, or I've always avoided funerals, I've never done that sort of stuff. And, and I said, okay, well, he left that duty on me, so I had to, I had no choice. Otherwise, I had to answer to Allah one day. But the day when he died, him, and the following morning we went to go wash him, me, Salih Hoja, the other Salih Hoja, and another brother. We washed him, and the washing was easy. That was the easy part. But I don't know. I felt relaxed doing it. I don't know if you've ever washed anyone. I don't know if you boys have ever. But I actually felt relaxed doing it. But the hard part was when we got to the janazah, when we got to the burial site, and I jumped into the hole. When I jumped to that hole and I grabbed it and I lowered down, I felt a feeling like a really, really cold closure feeling, like everything. And I was crying, like I couldn't stop weeping. You know what I mean? I didn't want to, and I got out of the hole, and I stopped, and I just kept shoveling the dirt. It wouldn't stop. Everyone tried to get the shovel with me. I wouldn't stop. I just kept going. You know what I mean? It was one of the hardest things I've ever done. But in that hole, when I was in that hole, all I was thinking was, I'm going to be in this hole one day, and one day I'm going to be in this hole, and everything just went from nothing went through my head. Like all the people around me, I didn't like they were all gone. All the dunya was gone. Everything was gone. But all I was thinking in my head, one day I'm gonna be, and I got a lot of things to answer to. You know, what if I died the next day? And everything just made me turn to Allah. So the following morning, when we did when we did that, and you know, the Hajj said to me like, come to the mosque, come to this. The following morning, I woke up. It was 3:30 in the morning, and you know, I did, and I paid tahajjud prayer. You know, that's when that happens. That's an invite from Allah. No more I did that. I cried for about. Good hour, and I made dua to Allah, and then I went to sleep, and then the moment I went to sleep, then I woke up. It was time for Fajr prayer, and I went straight to the mosque. Since that day, I haven't stopped praying. Alhamdulillah, Allah answer my ask Allah to answer my heart. Ask for forgiveness. You know, I met these good brothers. You know, I love my brothers.
Love you too.
You know, changed a lot of things in my life.
That's good.
But alhamdulillah, you know, the Hujjah became my best friend. But yeah, that was one of the hardest days I ever went through. Like it wasn't easy. You know, but
Eye-opening.